Welcome back to our 5-day track build challenge presented by Koenig Wheels and Toyo Tires.
This is day 7, but we're not counting anymore because the build is done. But we had to come and shake it down at the racetrack to see what she can do, and you know, we can't let Jake have all the fun, right?
Of course not. And what's the thing that we gotta do? Rip some mad VTEC. You gotta cross that off the list, DP.
I gotta do the icy hot stunta poses too.
Buckling up here. This is a
exciting moment.
Another moment. That's right. Oh,
a historic moment.
You may have done these up a little too tight for me.
You shorten them too much?
No, I think we're all right actually. That's a lie. There we go.
For your super athletic physique.
I know.
That's creepy and weird.
And we put these harnesses in, one side, this harness, and it's an old one that I had kicking around the shop.
Yeah.
See, when you're a junk collector, sometimes it does come in handy.
Yeah, and the safety Nazis are going to say, oh, you can't use a harness without the roll bar in the car, but to you we say, shut up.
That's right.
Good. Thank
We're
you.
good.
We're good.
Purrs like a kitten, of course.
It does.
Well, let's go do this. I am super excited to rip some tech. I've been driving this car now for 2 days on the street.
Yeah.
And the suspension is actually really, really nice. So I'm a little nervous it might be too soft for the track.
Yeah.
Because it's extremely compliant on the street. I love it. Okay. So K20's done such a fantastic job in that sense with it.
Well, I've cranked the rears up to full stiff to try to get the car to rotate a bit, and I've put the fronts to 6 positions of 32, so
good,
close to full soft, just to try to get some stagger going. We'll see how that feels.
It's a little bit of VTEC there, buddy.
Yeah, I can barely hear it in this rally spec helmet of ours.
I know, it is kind of hard to talk. I love the shifter. I'm going to tell you, the shifter is absolutely incredible.
It's got a nice feel.
Oh man, it turns in good, dude.
That's turning good.
Yeah.
Good grip there too.
Big time. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Buried the needle on that D-series.
Well, the problem is,
brakes.
The tack is a little off in the upper RPM range. Yeah, it feels good, man. Great power delivery. To avoid the bumps here.
Yeah. How does the balance feel in terms of understeer and oversteer?
It feels good. Honestly, I think we've got a good setup, good alignment right now. Good bite from the tires too, man.
Really good.
I forgot what we're on here. Yeah. These Toyos are working well for us. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, the brakes are a little soft.
Okay.
Which is what I've noticed on the street too. The pedals got a lot of range of motion.
Yeah.
But grip's good, man. Feel that. Yeah.
I wonder if we need to bleed the brakes, or is it just an old tire master cylinder?
Good question, man. Good question. I don't know.
Man, she's making good jam.
Yeah, they feel.
I mean, once you step on it,
it feels good.
In our excitement to go rip some tech, we didn't even think about checking tire pressures, did we, Pete?
Whoopsie, that's our fault.
So, I gotta say, the tires made a lot of grip.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very optimistic about how these are gonna work.
Yeah, and that was like no warm-up lap. I just ripped it, right?
Right out of the box, they gripped really well. I mean, last fall when we tested these on the Mustang, it was so cold we just couldn't get a sense of how grippy they were, but in these conditions, holy cow, they've made really good grip.
You can really feel it when you're pulling out of the corner. It's working well.
Yeah, and I gotta say,
tires are gripping hard.
This R on the R888R really does mean something. I wasn't sure how much of a reinvention of this tire it was going to be, because I think it's the same compound. They've re-engineered the carcass and they've changed the tread pattern, and it feels a lot different than the old R888 does to me. So really sharp turn in, really good mid-corner grip. So I'm stoked to get some data on it. So starting with our fancy stack digital tire pressure gauge, you can see we're actually almost at 42 PSI, which is way too high. I've done some research on the internet on this compound, and I think we need to be kind of in the mid-30s hot. So I'll bleed these down to say 35, 36 hot, and then we'll take some tire temperatures with my trusty pyrometer here.
Oh wow, you're getting fancy again today.
One of my favorite tools. This will really tell us if the tire is getting up into temperature or not, or if we're overheating them with too much pressure. So with the combination of temps will let us dial in the pressures and really maximize the grip out of these. As you can see, we've got 2 decimal places. That's how obsessed we are with precision. 35.0426, I forget.
35.4.
Nice.
It's moving.
It is. So oftentimes on a front drive car where you want to help the car rotate, you'll run more rear pressure to kind of reduce the size of the contact patch by actually maybe overinflating a little bit. But I'm just going to set them the same as a baseline, and we'll start to fiddle with that if we need to help the balance of the car any. But it felt really good out of the box with the shocks settings that we used of full stiff in the rear and 6 clicks in the front. So we'll just go 35 all around, Pete. What do you think?
I think that's a good plan.
All right.
Man, it is fun being out here driving this car right now. I can't believe we got this done in such a short amount of time. Oh, it's got some wicked oversteer when it's cold. I'll let this S2000 by me here. And the clutch is actually really awesome. The comp clutch, I've been driving it on the street for a bit. It feels good, and it's got lots of bite out here. Oh, guys, that VTEC sounds good. Woo! Man, the top end on this motor is absolutely fantastic. Woo! All right, let's dig into these brakes. Oh, they're not bad. You know what, guys? It's a weird feeling. They definitely go to the floor almost, but they've got good bite. So it might be an issue where we're just not getting enough travel. But they're biting well. They're biting really well here. Oh yeah, we got good rotation, man. Toyos, I love them. They're biting really well here. Good transition, look at that. Just full throttle right now. To work on my heel toe downshifts, but it bites really well. Man, the shifter is absolutely fantastic. I gotta say, I love it. Feel that. Yes! Oh, loving this. Oh, Jake, you have got yourself an awesome track car, brother. So awesome. Oh yeah, look at that little slide coming out of there. Yeah, I think we got this car set up really nicely right now. The one complaint I have about it is the temperature gauge. The OEM one does read a little low, so I'm not loving it because I really don't know whether it's running in the optimal range or whether it's just a discrepancy. So I don't like that. Ah! I love it though, love it, man! Oh, listen to me just bounce in the rev limiter. Sorry, Jake. I gotta say, I'm loving this too much. Haha! Oh boy, oh boy. All right, I'm calling it quits here. What can I say? This car is an absolute blast. Oh, just listen to that VTEC rip. Makes my day. The seating position is great. The energy steering wheel, actually, I was a little nervous it was gonna be too far forward, but man, for the track, it's on the street, it's debatable. I might like it a little bit further back, but on the racetrack, it is perfect. You got the wheel perfectly placed for you. And I'm impressed. The K1 Street K-tuned coilovers, they're working very well. No major problems with the car, which is nice.
My first time driving your car, Jake. Try not to break it, I promise. Feels good. It's been a while since I ripped in a Civic. Going back to my roots. I have no idea where to shift because the tach's not very accurate. See what you mean by the brake feeling a little soft there, Peter. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. Should have put on my race shoes. Big bulky running shoes are terrible. Oh man, the car rotates. Look at that. The car's rotating super nice. Oh, I got a GTR on my tail here. All right, I'm going to admit defeat. When chased by an R35, best to just get out of the way. I like the feel of the K20 shifter box. It's really precise. Nice short throws. Diff seems to work exceptionally well in this setup too. Oh yeah, she's really rotating. I'm super impressed by these dampers and spring rates. I didn't think the car would rotate because we have a lot more front spring than rear, but I guess that rear Eibach sway bar is really making a difference. Oh yeah. Okay, I got some push there. Tires are getting hot. But I am very impressed by these R888Rs. Lots of grip. They feel very consistent, confidence inspiring. They're definitely letting me rip some good tech here. Just see if I can leave the third through here. Oh, full four-wheel drift. Yeah, baby. I think I gotta be second here. Just starting to get a feel for her, but she likes to party. Built a sweet ass car here, Peter. I really can't take any credit. I did a minimal amount of wrenching as per my natural tendencies, but I do love to rip, and so does this car. Alright, that'll be my best lap. It'll be a 24 something, 24.7. It's not bad. It's not bad. I feel like a little bit more seat time, we could get down into the 22s. It's a really fun car to rip, man. Very rewarding to drive hard. It's been a while since I've driven this style of Honda, and man, it is a lot of fun. I know there'll be some rear-wheel drive guys out there that are like, oh, a Honda Civic's not a real track car. It's a grocery getter, but until you've driven one that's built right, you just don't know. You just don't know how good these cars are at the racetrack. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, because look at the time attack results from Global Time Attack at Road Atlanta last weekend. Will from PZ Tuning was the fastest car overall in a Honda Civic, beating some crazy Mustangs and GTRs and fully built Time Attack Evos. So there's no question you can go very, very fast in a front wheel drive car. This is not the equivalent of Will's car, obviously, but as a street legal, take it to the track, rip some tech, and have a lot of fun, this thing is perfect. It's spot on. It's got no bad behaviors. It's going to be reliable, as Hondas tend to be, and it's just a fun time to rip in, man. It's a really well set up car. Typically, you'd have somebody else checking your tire temperatures, but we're running a lean team today. Yeah. Anyway, you can see I got the front left up to 150. When I came off the track, it was probably more like 180. Tires do cool very quickly, and that's right in the sweet spot. Typically with Toyos that I've run on in the past, you want to be like 160 to 200 Fahrenheit. So we are getting them up to temp, and if I take like a middle temp, you can see I'm like 145 in the middle. You can see I'm 152 on the inside. So we have very even tire temperature across the contact patch, which means our alignment is quite good. I gotta say, we nailed the setup right out of the box. The car's rotating exceptionally well.
It's crazy, right?
So well balanced. I'm really stoked on how much fun the car is. I only did like a 124 lap time, which is not crazy fast. I think had I thrashed it, I could have got down into the 22s, which would be about what you'd expect from a car with this power level and this setup. So it's definitely, you know, performance-wise, right where I would want it to be.
And what did you think about the brakes? We haven't
brakes are
chatted
soft.
about that.
The brakes are a bit soft. I mean, I think it's a function of that pad compound, just not having a lot of initial bite. But the more you get on it, the more they do slow the car down.
And I think there's the pads. Sorry, not the pads, but the brakes were soft when I drove the car prior to doing this whole swap too. So I don't know if it's an issue with the master cylinder.
It could be.
Which we may need to change out, but it does feel just a little bit like too deep.
A bit spongy, a bit long travel, I agree, but it's not an emergency. Like the car,
no, I agree.
You never panic like, oh my God, I'm going to run out of brakes. But it does feel like a longer pedal than you might like. Yeah. So maybe a bigger master cylinder in the future. There's lots we can do obviously in the future, but for now I'm super happy with the car's performance.
Yeah, man. I think Jake's gonna, out of the box, he is gonna absolutely love this thing.
Yeah, he's gonna have a blast. And super impressed by the R888Rs, a very different tire than the old R888s, which I didn't frankly expect. It has really good turn-in response. It has excellent grip at the apex, where I always found with the old R888s, good turn-in response, but at the apex I found like I was always sliding around more than I wanted to be. These were building grip into the corner, which is a really confidence-inspiring feeling. And they were really consistent through my session. I did maybe 4 hot laps and never felt like they were falling off.
They're like an ideal tire for this type of car, right?
They're perfect for this because they're durable.
Perfect,
You can drive them on the street.
I drove them through a huge rainstorm the other day too, and they were perfect. So, you know, like no problems. They're definitely a street tire that you can bring to the racetrack. Now, you don't want to drive them every day.
No, you wouldn't, because you'd wear them out. It's a soft enough compound that you'd be wearing them out. So don't drive on them every day. But for a track car like this, it's just going to drive to and from the track on the weekends and rip some laps. They're a perfect tire.
So great.
And they're durable. And they come in sizes that actually fit cars like this. You can't get a lot of the newer R compounds in something smaller than like a 17 or an 18. So kudos to Toyo for still building tires in 15s for us Civic and Miata type guys who want a 15-inch tire to go and rip on it. Nice thing about 15-inch tires, they're cheap. 15-inch wheels, they're cheap.
And light.
And light, so you're gonna wear them out less. It's just a whole bunch of wing going on here, Peter. That's a wrap on our track test of the 5-day track build challenge, and I gotta say it was a big success.
I'm loving it, man. I was not expecting it to be this smooth.
Yeah.
And the car is an absolute blast to drive.
It is, it's a riot.
I'm happy. I'm so happy.
It's nice when things finally go as planned.
I know.
We built the car, we came to the track at VTEC, we go away with a smile on our face.
And now, well, it's time to make the delivery. So that's the last video that you'll see very soon here, but I'm actually off. I'm going straight down to Jacob's house to deliver this thing and get his reaction from it.
Just like that, Ken. He uses us to build a car and then he just takes off.
That's it, boys.
What a guy, what a guy.
We'll see you soon.
All right.
Might as well rip a little VTEC, right?
Yep.